Check.
Hey y'all, I'm back. I know y'all like, where you been at? It's been 2 weeks. And I was probably like, why you got your bonnet on? Well, we're setting the tone because this is a Q1 recap, but before bed. So it's a Q1 recap before bed. So I'm just gonna be talking and yapping. So if you don't like yapping, beware and be warned. I have an ability to yap, okay? So I'm not gonna keep you long, but I'm gonna keep you engaged in what's gonna be talked about. And if you watch my vision board video, then that's what we'll be yapping about. We're going to be going over what we have accomplished in the Q1 of this year, 2025. It's been crazy, but we're doing it bedtime style. So if you got your bonnet on, you got your do-rag on, you got your muumuu on, you got your t-shirt on, you got your whatever on, if you ain't got nothing on, just watch. Okay, so one of the goals we have accomplished for Q1 is drum roll. Y'all make the drum roll for me. No, but our first goal that we have accomplished in our Q1 is getting home. Yay! So we're in our process of the home. We found the home. We did the home inspection. We're just finalizing the loans and getting closer to the closing. So that was one thing that was on my vision board. But to be honest, I'll tell you guys the truth. My bestie, my cousin, we decided, I was really deciding to get an apartment. If you look at my vision board, that's really an apartment on there. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place because I work from home now. So I felt like this is the appropriate time for me to get a home instead of to stay, you know, here with my mom and my dad. Like, it's been different working from home, living here with them, because I'm with them all day long now. So it's very different. It's not like how it was when I was working in the clinic. I could be away from them for 10 hours and then like nothing, you know, it would be nothing because I'm away from them, so it wouldn't matter. But now I'm here, I need to focus on my work. Sometimes it's hard for me to focus. So I was like, you know what, maybe this would be the time for me to move out, because then I want to give them their space and I want to create my own space. So it's getting towards that time. I'm 30, so I feel like it was the time. So I go on the computer, click, look up some apartments. I find like 3 or 4 that I like, and then I consult my bestie, my cousin, and we go and kind of we didn't look at the apartments, but we just keep thinking about it and looking at it and like, hey, what you think about this? And I tell her, like, I'm just set on an apartment. That's going to be a quicker solution for me to get to where I need to go. And, I don't really need to focus on doing a home right now because I'm not in the mode for that. And I'm just going to do what I need to do. So we kept thinking about it. And finally it gets close to the time where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this plan to get to the apartment. And then my cousin and me, we're both like talking about it more. And then she's like, let's pull a tarot card, because I had came to a certain point to where I kind of was unsure about the apartment, because I felt like the price I'm paying for the apartment, I could potentially pay that for a home. So I asked her, I'm like, what do you think? So she's like, you know what, I'm gonna pull a card for you. And I was like, okay, pull the cards. Lo and behold, the cards basically tell me like, you need to get a home, but it's not gonna be easy. And they was right, okay? So it hasn't been easy, but the process has been like a good experience, because if I have children or someone in my life that wants to do this, I'll be able to tell them like, hey, this is what I did and this is how I did it, and these are the things that you need to do, and this is the amount of money you need to spend, or this is the place you need to go. I'll know that because I'm going through right now. Before, I didn't know any of these things because my mom, she had her home before I was born, like, and everything. My mom, this is years ago. My mom don't remember this stuff, so she haven't had to buy a new home, so she don't know everything that you're supposed to do now. And then also our home is like older, so it's like the things that's going on now with new homes is, I don't think they're the same. It may be, but maybe it's just different for like their generation. Like my mom was like, this stuff y'all talking about, I don't know nothing about it. I'm like, so so it's just the cards basically told me, yes, you need a home. So I went ahead and started that process, and I will tell you guys, I did a different thing than what most people do. I had already been working with this person before because I was thinking about getting a home like a year or two ago, and I just stopped because so stressful with work and so stressful other things going on in life. I just was like, I ain't got time to be looking at no house. I need to be worrying about what's going on in real life. So I stopped. So then my cousin says, reach back out to her, the same lady. And I reached back out to her. And then this is when I came to the decision to get a home. So I reached back out to her again. And she told me, hey, I got some properties that I can let you look at. And I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be like a house, like an older house or something. I'm ready to do that. Turns out it's a nice house. Y'all saw it in my video. So that's the home I went with. And that was the first home that I saw. And that's the first home I went with. I didn't do like everybody else say, go look at multiple different homes. No, God spoke to me and my people that was with me, my cousins. And we were just like, this is my house. I already got it. I feel like we already got it. And then lo and behold, everything went through. I got the home. And now I just need to apply for the loans and everything. And all that stuff is going through. It's going through. It's going through. Let's just say it's a lot, but you gotta stay on their necks about stuff. But yeah, so the home is coming through. It's getting there. We're getting close to the end. So I'm being patient. I'm being calm. I'm being kind, and I'm being on time. Okay, because these people is sometimes gets there with me, but I just relax and remain calm and try to do what I need to do and save and do what I need to do for this house because it's right there. I can taste it. So, but yeah, first quarter, we got the home secured. I was not expecting it. I thought I was going to be like in October next year doing something like this, but God had other plans for me and I listened. Sometimes you need to hear God and he will tell you, hey, my baby girl, my baby boy, I got you. Just relax. Just do what you need to do and I will do the rest. But you got to have faith too. So I had to have some faith. Let's see. Once we get to the end, I'm going to try to show you guys, the ending, like me doing everything I need to do, because I want to use this as a video diary for myself when I feel like I can't believe it. So I want to be able to go back on these moments and look at it too. So, and also for people who just like me, don't ever think they'll get something. I always had that mindset. I'm not like, don't think I would ever get something, but it's just hard to believe sometimes because you've had so many no's and so many other people not, being able to congratulate you or, feel like you never would get to this stage in life. So I want to be one of the type of people that be like, yes, you can do it. Just stay the course. But we got the first quarter out the way. Okay, so I just used my iPad to reference the vision board. So our hair update, my locks, I'm gonna put some pictures of my locks. They have been being pretty good thanks to my loctician, my hairstylist Nay. She's been taking care of my locks and I have been taking care of them too, and I think they're on the up and up with the locks. So I feel like in quarter one we're doing good. I think by next year they should be longer. And I think the locks have actually done something to me, not in like a way like I'm crazy or nothing, but I think they have made me love myself even more. And brought out the more inner beauty in myself, I would say, if that's a way of saying it. I think it's made me realize that I've always been beautiful, but this is the most beautiful I've felt in my whole life. Because I feel like this is something that is growing from my head and is growing out my beauty. But I feel like locks are something that is just natural and beautiful, and so many people, they see that and they just be like, oh my gosh, you're so lovely. So I love my hair, and I want to keep these forever. So I'm gonna keep continuing to try to do the best I can and try to make sure that I take care of them and do what I can to do to take care of them, because Lord knows if I have to learn how to retwist, I guess I can, but I'm going to always try to go to my loctician if she takes me. If she don't, then I'll learn how to retwist, because I don't know if I want to go to nobody else. I just want to make sure I can do who I need to go to. But I'm just so thankful for, having a good person like Nay to do my hair. She's really gifted and she's really special. So it's good to have her doing my hair, and also good to have her as my family member, my cousin. I love her. But I just love my hair. It's been beautiful and it's growing beautifully. So we shall see. Next year, I feel like it's going to be down my back. I'm going to have that bust down. I ain't going to have no weave. Okay, so I had to look again because, it's been a long time, y'all. No dog, unfortunately, so that's not happening. But I will say, I have questioned myself. I have questioned if I want a dog in my home. I just thought about this. I'll be working from home. And when you typically work from home, what do? You work from home, right? You don't go outside. What do dogs need? They need to go outside. And what I'm gonna be doing? Be inside. You put the 1 and 2 together. I don't think it's coming out 1 + 1 = 2. It's coming out 3. So I might need another person. But in all seriousness, I do adore animals. I love animals. I'm just an animal advocate. I almost am at the point where I may not even eat. Not just, that is a lie. But I do eat meat. I'm sorry. But I love dogs and cats and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, like, I will be there and I will be in some part of wanting an animal. So I'm thinking about maybe later on, maybe a year or 2 from now, possibly when I'm there and I pretty much know my schedule, I may get a dog. But it's gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be too soon. It's gonna be a time from now to where I know, how everything works for me and how I am with animals and how I would be with an animal. It'll probably be later on in a year or 2. But I'm thinking about a Frenchie. Frenchie is number 1 on my list. And English Bulldog is number 2. No bigger breeds. Okay. The one that I have chosen to speak about now is God gonna make sure you become a successful nurse. And I really think he has been calling me to be a nurse, because it's so much coming up in my life to where it's just basically calling out that you are a nurse. Just go get the schooling so we can go ahead and click it on up. And I am planning on doing my schooling later on this year. And I've been in contact with 2 schools to know, but I have to wait because I have to make sure that my stuff for my home and stuff is taken care of. So I'm trying to wait till that's wrapped on up, and then I'm gonna plug in with the schools. So I am on the track to school, and I have been looking at content that is promoting nursing. And I have let my job know that I am interested in furthering my education, and they are very happy to hear that. So I think I'm making a good stride towards going towards the nursing. So I'm gonna be very transparent with that journey too, because things can change from now. I can say this now, and then tomorrow I want to be next year I could probably want to be a dog walker or something. I don't know. But I think this is something that's been called on my life. And I think God has told me so many times in my face, you are supposed to be in this field. Why are you playing? But it's been a long journey to get to where I'm at now with the house and then all that other stuff. I think this is one of those things that's adding right on to it, because I think I have ordered steps. I think when I left where I'm supposed to leave and get to where I'm supposed to go, guys said, okay, house, and then next is gonna be the nursing school and getting through nursing school, and then it's gonna be, you know, tenfold all things I need to do. So I think this is the right step after I get my home to start that, so I can, you know, make better income too, because I have to be able to take care of myself. But I'm ready to start that and go on with their journey, because woo, nursing school is rough. I've seen the stories and the TikToks of nurses. It's something else. But hopefully in the next 3 years, if I choose this certain program, it will be a three-year program, and you get your BSN, which I will need to work in clinics and stuff like that, and to do certain jobs. You need your BSN to get most of the jobs as nurses. I know people say, no, you don't, but they're favoring BSNs over ADNs or whatever it is. And that's crazy to me, because they both are nurses, but I guess they're just, I don't know, picky about which one. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get the BSN so I can just be favorable candidate at any job. So, but yeah, hopefully we get there. We start this up this year, sometime this year, the end of this year, start up doing nursing school, because I want to make sure I give myself some time to get used to the home and make sure I'm doing everything I need to do, closing out certain things financially wise, you know. Okay, nails. I did something with my nails once. It was very cool, but I haven't done anything else with that, so I think I'm on the path with that. So nails, we working on that. We're gonna get better. I wish I could get my nails done professionally. I just haven't found no salon or no place that's gonna do the type of nails I want to do. So we still gonna have to work on that with Q1 nails 0. Okay, so the next picture on here is healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy soul. I feel like that has become 60% better, because I've lost a lot of weight due to Dr. Manjaro. And I feel like overall I have tried to do better with my eating and water intake. I know this week has been bad because, you know, whatever, but overall, I try to do better, and especially with my choices. I think Manjaro helps you do all these things, but I think I've made a conscious choice to do better too, because I want to be here. And I've never been like the type of person to just be terrible, but I know that I have PCOS, and sometimes with PCOS, you have cravings. You just crave terrible things, and as a woman, you know, you do that too, but it gets terrible with PCOS, because you crave it and you just, it's like endless, and it's so bad, because some people be like, oh, you're doing that just as an excuse. No, it's real. So I feel like now, since I've been on this medicine, I've done what I need to do. I want to start incorporating more exercise, because I'm at a job at home, I'm sitting down, I'm stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, and now I'm like, okay, I want to do something. I want to be, but I don't want to, I'm the type of person, I don't want to do exercise where it feels like you're exercising. Like, I don't want to get on a machine. I don't want to go to exercise class. I want to do something that's like, wow, I went swimming. Like, I really am interested in water aerobics. And it's hard for me to find classes that are after work. They're all morning classes, and they're all senior morning classes. So I'm just like in a rock and a hard place. I'm like, if I get YMCA, maybe I could do an afternoon class. I don't know, but I'm looking into it, because I'm ready to start. It's summertime. It's time for me to try to take advantage of these things. Because I'm like, if I could take advantage of these water aerobics classes and maximize my shots and stuff, I will be down way more than what I am now. And I'll be able to kind of like feel like, I feel good right now, but I'll probably even feel 10 times better with, you know, health and stuff. And I've never been the type of person that felt like terrible because I'm big, but I feel like this has helped me understand that, you know, eating is a lot of what is wrong with a lot of people. Food is the main problem for all of us. And I think this medicine has really brought me to that core, because there's been some times where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to eat that. And I realized, like, I used to sit down here and eat stuff like that. Now I look at that type of stuff and I'm like, ugh, who want to eat something like that? But I'm just changing, and I'm getting older, and this medicine is helping me, and I'm not gonna ever bash people for saying, oh, you use Manjaro, yeah, whatever. Get it how you live. If you want to get the VSG, the Manjaro, if you want to go cut your stomach off and throw it outside, if you want to do it naturally, if you want to do it whatever way, do it. Even if you don't want to lose weight, you just want to work on your mental, that's okay too, because that's some of the journey too, is working on your mental. Because I will say, mentally, I feel like I have always been like a tough person that loves myself, but now that I'm doing this and it's changing like my mentality towards food, I think my mental has realized, like, Jasmine, you don't have to use food as an emotional thing. Because I did used to do that. I used to be the type of person that was an emotional eater. Like when I felt sad, or when I felt upset, or felt angry, or just felt like happy, food was right there beside me, or food was in front of me, or food was getting to be the one. And sometimes I do revert. I will tell you, sometimes I do have a moment where I go back to, you know, the food being crazy, because I'll be like, whoa, why did I order that? And I can't even eat 2 pieces of cheeseburger. Like, my mind sometimes goes to the bad habits immediately. And I'll be like, and then my stomach and my gut and everything is like, you can't eat that. But in my mind, sometimes when I'm like in a funk, or if something's wrong with me, and I'm like, shoot, F it, I'm finna get 2 cheeseburgers. And then by the time I took the 4th or 5th bite in the first cheeseburger, I'm already full. So it's like, why did I just waste my money? And it has helped me financially too, because I done reduce some of my food. Now, sometimes I do get out of control when it comes to like groceries and stuff, because I feel like your healthy groceries, they cost more. So it's... I gotta find a way to get some cheaper groceries. So that's one thing I'm worried about. It's like, okay, well, how am I gonna get some healthy groceries? But overall, I feel like I'm doing better with that. My weight is staying down. I haven't really gained any weight. I've been taking my medicine regularly, and I've been on vitamins. I've been doing my vitamins. So overall, very good. And this is the one we're gonna touch on, and then we should probably be wrapping this up. I attract a man who deeply respects me and admires me. That's so beautiful, and such a nice sentiment. I wish that was true, but I do wish that stuff for me. But there's been so much trash and fecal matter in the dating pool, and all these weird stuff going on. I don't know. Like, honestly, I always had this talk with me and my best friend, my cousin. We talk about this type of stuff, and then we just realize, like, I don't think we're missing out on anything. But I will say, I haven't been with anybody or had a boyfriend since 2017, 2018. And it's been like kind of sad, because like I think like sometimes it makes me feel like I don't really know if I can actually deal with dating anymore, because it's been that long. And that last time I was dating somebody, I thought they were the world, but also they were crazy too. But also I think that was like one of the times where somebody actually tried. So it was easier for me to be in that relationship, because that person actually tried to tell me like they wanted to be with me. It wasn't like me chasing them. So they actually did try. Like, it was both back and forth. We both were trying. Yes, they did some things that were wrong, but in the beginning, when the relationship first started, initiated, they did actually initiate their relationship and try and do things, and and then eventually it got bad. But whatever. That's neither here or there. But now it just feels like men just be wanting me to be the one to go see them, come to them, meet them in sketchy places, and it's not making sense to me. I don't understand. And then like I tell them, okay, well, they don't even offer to take you on a date. That's the thing I was getting on me. You don't even offer to take me to the movies or take me out to eat. You want me to meet you somewhere. You haven't offered to do anything. You want to tell me to meet you at these places. That's not even a date. It's like meet you at some weird thing to do this. Meet you somewhere. It's not even a date. Like, I get annoyed. And honestly, when the one time some man did ask me try to ask me on a date, I paid for the tickets. He wouldn't even come over here to get me. And I know this person. It wasn't like I didn't know him. He wouldn't even come to get me. I paid for our tickets and everything to go see this movie. All he wanted to do was like get me to pay for the tickets. I just canceled the date. I canceled the date and I told him, I was like, well, I'm not going. And he was like, what? I was like, if I'm paying for the stuff, you can at least come and get me. Didn't want to do that. I want me to meet him there. I'm a traditional person deep down inside. I guess that's what that means. Because when me and my ex were going together, like he would always come to me because we lived further away from each other. But even like when we were together, like this wasn't a thing where he was like, I'm not coming to you, you're not coming to me. That's weird. So I don't understand how men are supposed to get a woman. I feel like as a woman, a man should, if you know him well enough, long enough, he can come to your home or wherever and get you and take you to wherever y'all going. Or he can at least pay for you to get the Uber to wherever you're going or whatever. Even if you don't know him yet, if you don't know him, then this is different. If you don't know him at all, he shouldn't be coming to your home. He shouldn't be picking you up and stuff. If you don't know him, you can Uber to him or you can drive to him or wherever. Yeah, to where the destination, not to his home. Do we drive to his home? I just look at it as like, if you want me as a potential partner, a person to be with, you should put in effort. So like, say if we're going on a first date, me and this man, we don't know each other, but he wants to get to know me. He really wants to be in a relationship and he wants to date me. He would initiate the date by saying, I want to take you on a date, Jasmine. Okay, he tells me where he wants to take me and I say, yes, that's cool. He gives me the date and time and I say, okay, I can agree, I can do that. And then he asks me, would you like for me to pick you up? And I don't know him that well. Okay, I will tell him, no, but I can meet you there at the restaurant or I can drive there or whatever. He's like, okay, cool. So we get to the restaurant. He pays for the date. That's all it takes. None of these men have done any of that stuff. It's just like, meet me at this hotel. Are you just trying to smash me? Like, it's given very much, you don't want anything other than tail. And I can see through that. And I asked you multiple texts ago, is this about tail? And you told me no. So I know somebody lying. But I just so tired of like having a loving spirit and like having people constantly test me and try to see if I'm other than that. You are just giving me like the ick, and it's so sad because I'm a loving person. I know I have love to give and love to share, but honestly, it's giving very much. We don't know at this point if we gonna have a man in the future. Yes, we'll have a man, but as far as quarter 1, there's no man and there's no competition going on because all I've been getting is people trying to tell me like they want me to be their side chick. They want me to be some girl that they just do stuff on the phone with. Like, I even had a man tell me like I'm not qualified to be a girlfriend, but I'm qualified to be his friend that he be, doing this to. And I'm like, and then like I like block him. He follows me on another social media platform, and then I ask him, why are you doing this weird stuff? And he like, what do you mean? And then like he never responds to the rest of my messages and he continues to look at my stories and all this stuff. So I just like block him and remove him as a follower because you're not gonna get access to me, okay? You're not. I know all women are going through this right now because it's just like these people are psycho and they're just like, y'all don't want no real men. we really do want a real man, but these real men are really insane. Like, they're really crazy. They're just really not showing any characteristics that they want to be in a relationship. It's showing that they're crazy. Like, it's just sad because I think about, like, you know, seeing my other classmates and everybody else. I'm at the age now where I can actually see my classmates that have been boyfriend and girlfriend since we were in high school. They're actually reaching 10 years being together and being married for 2 years and 3 years. And I'm like, oh wow, dang, y'all was together for that long. And like, they have kids, 2 and 3 kids now, or they're just getting their first home together. So I'm seeing those type of things, and it's like I'm having to grieve that I don't have that. And everybody like, girl, you still young. But we don't speak about the part of grieving what we thought we would have had at this point. And no, this is not a sap story to be like, you should be happy that you don't, you know, going through that, because then people be unsad. Yes, they be sad and stuff, but at the same time, let's be realistic and let's all call this a spade a spade. We have to grieve this part of our life too, because at the end of the day, sometimes we, you know, forget that, dang, I thought I was going to have a husband, or, you know, I thought I was going to be in a relationship, or at least be in some type of loving thing at this point in my life. Not saying that it won't happen, but I do grieve the moments where I do feel like, dang, I thought I was going to be with somebody at this point, or thought I was going to be purchasing a home with somebody. But, you know, I'm still happy, but I do grieve, and I do give myself space and solace to be like, okay, you know, feel those feelings, because I don't want to be the type of person to be like, nope, I'm not feeling that, because, you know, if I show that I'm weak. We need to quit being like that. We need to show that, yes, we feel these things, but also we can acknowledge it and we can move on, because things can change in the next year, or in the next month, or the next day. I might wake up tomorrow and have 50,000 men send me a rose and say, which one y'all want to be, you know, my husbands. That's why I'm like, I'm grieving that moment that I had, because I think I was thinking that at this age, at 30, I would at least have a boyfriend. I don't even have that. So, but I'm happy that I'm doing this, because I don't want to be balling up like that fake happy where you just be like, oh, I don't feel nothing. I am going to go through the motions of feeling this, because honestly, it does suck, because on Saturday, like Monday through Friday, I don't care about having no boyfriend. But on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's the days I be wanting to have a boyfriend. Because I be wanting to say, like, let's go to the park, let's go ride around, let's do something. I ain't got no boyfriend, but I got me though, so I still like that, because I like to go do stuff by myself. So hey, that ain't too bad though. Having me is just like having a boyfriend. So that's funny. But I do give myself space and solace for that. But who knows? Things will change. I have faith that in the next years, or whenever God calls, I will be probably, you know, with the person I'm supposed to be with. And I don't think my person is a person that's going to be a selfish man. He's going to be a man that shows me who he is the first time, and not play around and say, okay, I just playing. I'm not the type of nigga. He gonna be a loving, kind, supportive, and a caring person. You know, I don't need all that other stuff where you doing all that other stuff, because he's gonna be a considerate man. He's gonna be considerate of me and my feelings, and I will be the same way to him, because I've been considerate to these people that wasn't even my man, and considering their feelings. Like when they would tell me I have to do certain stuff, I would not do it. So I definitely am going to be a considerate partner to my man, who's going to be my man. But in our first quarter, I think we've done pretty well. I'm just waiting to see what the second quarter will be. And some things from the first quarter that we didn't speak about in the video is vacations. I'm going to the Roots picnic. So I'll be going to the Roots picnic to see my real husband, D'Angelo. So I'll be going there. That'll be my first vacation this year, like mini vacation. And I've been remaining joyful because there's a picture of these black girls. So I've been laughing and remaining joyful. And there's a sign that says be silly. I've been being silly. I've been recording with y'all. Y'all see it, like I put a lot of memification, meaning memes, in my videos. So I really enjoy doing YouTube, and I just want to keep putting content out for you guys. So I've been doing it. So if anything else, I think quarter one, I will give the quarter one a grade B plus. I think that's a good grade for quarter one. You get a B. So this year haven't been too terrible. I'm not going to speak about the other sides of the year, but personally, inside of me, inside of my world, it hasn't been too terrible. I know things around it has been bad, but I try not to look at those things because I know they affect us. But I know personally, for me, my year has been on the up and up, and it's going to get better. And I think when you think those type of things and put those things in the air, they will. So if you're watching this, I want you to agree with me, and we're gonna say it right. We're gonna say it right now. We ain't gonna back out. We going full throttle. And if you say you don't want to say it, I know where to find you at, because I can just get on here and just click on your name and say, why you ain't say it? Because I'm gonna see who didn't say it. I ain't gonna see who gonna say it, but I'm still gonna threaten and act like I said who ain't say it. But we're gonna agree right now that quarter two is when the year gonna take off for you and me. We're gonna have the best results. We're gonna keep getting better. We're gonna feel better. We're gonna look better. We're gonna smell better. Our hair gonna get longer and thicker. If you got short hair, your hair gonna stay short and it's gonna look good, and you gonna feel good. And that man that you got, or the man that you want, he gonna do you good. Or that woman that you want, she gonna be good to you, and she gonna treat you good. And if you don't want anybody, you gonna do yourself good, and you gonna be just good by yourself. That's what we gonna all agree to. We're gonna touch and agree that the quarter two is gonna be spectacular, and there's no thing that can stop us, because guess what? We already been good in quarter one, so quarter two ain't got nothing to do but to be good to us. We've been putting in the work. We're going to keep continuing to do that work. We're going to move that work to the second quarter. So if you agree with me, just say what we just said, and you're going to feel that power shift, the dynamic shift into quarter two. Yes, things are terrible in this world, but when you close that door to your house, this is your world. So don't feel like you have to sit up here and worry about what's going on with you know who and who else. Worry about you and your goals, because at the end of the day, that's who got to come home and get a check is you. So, but I'm just letting y'all know, I'm touching and agreeing. Quarter two is all us, baby. We got this. And if you agree, say we got this in the comments. And if you don't agree, still say we got this, because you don't have to agree with me. You gon' agree with me. Not just play. But I'm so glad that I'm talking to y'all, because something just told me, something was like, Jasmine, you need to do an update. And I said, you know what? I do need to do an update. So I just wanted to come in here before I went to night and let y'all know how everything's been going. And I hope that you guys agree with me that quarter two, we coming in hot, and we ain't letting our foot up off that gas. We going straight to the next level. And I hope that y'all have a great quarter two of 2025, and don't let nobody stop you, boo, or if you want me to call you boo, friend or bestie. And I will see you in the next video.